A very upset mother contacted News 3 this morning. She says her child's school library has a book filled with questionable material. She says it should not be in the hands of her sixth grader. News 3 education reporter Meredith Lay talked to that mother today.
For Jennifer Parrish, it all started with a simple book report. But then when her middle school daughter didn't do as well as expected, Jennifer decided to read the book for herself. She says what she found was appalling and should be for mature audiences only. At first glance, Alice the Brave looks like a fun children's book about a little girl overcoming her fear of swimming. But inside, the content is far more racy than expected.
It's like a striptease, she says as we walked over. Practice, 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 I said, quoting Loretta Jenkins. You'll have to do it someday in front of your husband, Elizabeth, so just look at it as practice. I just don't think I can go through with it, the sex part. We're all a little scared of that, Elizabeth. It wasn't so bad when I thought it was just intercourse.
Jennifer Parrish's daughter attends South Effingham Middle School, and when it came time for a book report, this is what she innocently chose.
When we got to talking about the book, and I was looking over the book, I found some very risque things that they were talking about in the book that I didn't approve of 11-year-old reading.
The Alice series is intended to shed light on issues young girls might face growing up. This book is recommended for children 9 to 13.
Well, I actually went in with the school and spoke with some teachers and the assistant principal, and they told me that they thought that the content was perfectly okay for her to be reading, that it was her grade level, and that they didn't see a problem with it.
Because books are rated on readability, not content.
Content should, it should definitely play a part in a book. Apparently read the Playboy magazine, and if it's easy reading, then it's okay for your 9-year-old to read.
Now Jennifer's taking matters into her own hands.
I called the Board of Education, and we have to go through a long, drawn-out system of filling out a form and going through reviews and meetings and that sort of thing before they would even consider pulling the book.
Now, I did talk to Effingham County Schools about this, and they sent me a copy of their policy. It states any parent may request their child not be allowed to read materials in question based on moral, ethical, or religious beliefs. After that, the issue moves to the principal, school media committee, and eventually there will be an official review process. For News 3, I'm Meredith Lay.
If you're a parent and have an issue with material in your child's school, there are some steps you can take. In Effingham County, there's a request for reconsideration you can fill out. It's a form that asks you questions like, what age group would you recommend and what would you like to have the school do about it? That form is then returned to the school principal for review.